Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the strength Goku Gohan and the physical Gohan Super Saiyan 2 and how good a combo they are. Now I think it's super important to understand that when I talk about builds and combos and combining units and things like that, I think it's important to know that it's not going to work for every event. If you take these guys into fantastical battles, for example, you may find that they do alright, but as they get to the final stages, not that they'll do badly, but just that they aren't going to maybe necessarily provide what you need. For example, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is Youth. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Youth is an amazing damage dealer in short to medium term content. In ultra long content like Festival of Battles, where you're needing units to do 100 million and multiple attacks from building up, Gohan's just not going to do that. That's just not his vibe. His vibe is basically being a good short to mid-term damage dealer that is still defensively and offensively sound in your natural long events. Either way, what is important with the combination is how you start them off. These two share a great number of links, which is one of the reasons that running them together is really good. They share 5 to be precise. Gohan will share 5 with the Goku Gohan variant, which is obviously very important and makes them a very sturdy combo. It ultimately gives them a great premise to work off of, which is really everything you kind of want and need them to do. They share the most important links being Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Ace, Kamehameha, Prepared for Battle, and Fierce Battle. The ones they don't share are Shocking Speed and Legendary Power, but this is not super important. What is important is for the Strength Goku Gohan to have All in the Family, but even without All in the Family, the Gohan form is still incredibly powerful. When you start off, you're probably going to use Gohan Super Saiyan 2 Physical to tank. I know, it sounds a bit weird, but he's okay. He's got damage reduction of 20%, he's got guarding all attacks, he does build up his attack and defense as well, and when receiving attack he has 158% defense. So realistically he's more than fine. Yes, he's not going to cope maybe in things like Formidable Foes where they start out with a 5 million super, but for most battles he'll be fine, especially if you have dupes in your Super Saiyan Goku Gohan. They need time to build up, and all of Goku Gohan's defense in the Goku form comes after Super. The great chance of evasion is after Super, and they have all those additionals that will proc and give them huge defense. Remember, to transform you have to perform 3 or more supers in battle. So most times, honestly, if you have dupes and you've built them into a little bit of additional, you can get pretty lucky and basically have them almost be done or be done after the first turn. In those scenarios it's absolutely perfect, because what happens then is the Gohan, the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, then moves immediately to slot 2, and then you are absolutely sorted, because Gohan here, the Strength Gohan, the Goku Gohan Exchange one, is an amazing tank post transformation. He'll have 1.7 or 1.5 million defense. He will guard all attacks. He has damage reduction of 30% on top of all of that. So he's pretty good to go in terms of his defensive performance. 1.5 million with 30% damage reduction with guard means that he's able to tank pretty high level super attacks. For example, if you were to take a 12 million super, right, and then apply a guard factor to it, and then to apply 30% damage reduction, and then to apply the 1.5 million that he has prior to super, he would obviously still be knocked out, but I mean, you would be reducing it by so many multiple layers, he'd be taking like 1.5 mil damage. And then when you factor in that he massively raises attack and defense one turn on his supers, you can then basically safely surmise that post super, he can take up to a 12 mil. So obviously that changes depending on whether the boss crits or not. But I think what's important to understand is that once you have that transformation, the two are in absolute perfect synergy. You have Gohan tanking, doing his business, counteracting super attacks, nullifying supers, doing great damage himself, And then you have the SS2 Gohan, who's just in that second slot, absolutely comfortably, doing what he loves doing, which is throwing out big, meaty attack stats. The two of them with dupes become an even more formidable combination, with Gohan, depending on dupes, the strength one ranging from 30 to 40 million, and the physical Gohan with dupes can range anywhere from 50 to 60 million, and obviously additionals being priority. For both, I find additionals being the absolute priority. I know a lot of people might disagree with that, but I think additionals on the strength one lets you transform him almost immediately. I think additionals on the physical one allows you to maximize his damage because of his incredibly impressive crit rate. So I think for me personally, the two of them together make an absolutely amazing combination. And yeah, they do decimate a lot of events. I think it's also perfect because if you look at the full power team, Goku Gohan fits under that full power lead, that 220% of Gohan, which I think is important. And this allows them to function alongside as well the LR int Goku, who meshes up even better with physical Gohan. And I'm going to talk about those two as a duo as well in a video at some point, because it is incredibly impressive to see the synergy the team now has with almost two first slot tanks. You have the incredibly strong damage dealer in the form of physical Gohan really being wrapped up in almost a perfect little nest for him to be very impressive. So I really do love the power of this combination. It's one of my favorite combos to run right now. I've not itemed a lot of stages with this combo of units. I think they are absolutely impressive to run together, and I hope you do too.